Hi everyone, the topic for this video is about the markets and the markets in relation to the economy. Now, we know that the markets have been in turmoil recently. We know we've had a very big sell-off. We also know that the economy took a big downturn, and it was very widely reported, but only after the markets had taken that downturn. That's when people started to panic. That's when the media really started to pick up on it. That's when everybody gave us the reasons in hindsight as to why it happened. Truth be told, what happened when the market topped out, if we just look at the S&P chart, what happened was we went from making higher highs and higher lows while we were in a bull market to making lower highs and lower lows as we moved into a bear market. Technically, it's quite simple. Very simple. We were uptrending, then we moved into downtrend. The US dollar really started to strengthen through that period. And if you go and I did a video just a few days ago about, it was a dollar yen swing trade and an FX market update. So that was just yesterday. You can go and look at that video separately, where I showed how the US dollar is changing direction. The focus of this video is how the the indices are also changing direction. Certainly showing some good signs of it. And the question I pose to you is this now the bottom of the markets, or is it a bear market rally? If it is the bottom of the markets, will this lead into more positive reporting about the economy? We're certainly in a bit of limbo right now, but I do see a lot of potential for this to be the change of direction, and I see some very positive signs coming into the market. It's a bit early to say this is definitely the bottom, but it's starting to look much more positive, and I'm starting to look for ways to profit from it. So I just want to show you why I think that is the case. If we just assess some of these markets, we look at the S&P, we can see we were uptrending, we moved to downtrend. Now some people are expecting that as we stay on this bear market that we'll consolidate or move lower for quite some time. Let's go back to the bear market that took us from 2000 through to 2003. The market was uptrending, it began to downtrend. We didn't hang around at the bottom for long. We turned from downtrend to uptrend, and then we went into a long sustained bull market. We've had our sustained down market, and now we're just looking for this change of trend. It hasn't happened yet on the S&P, but we do have this really good divergence creeping in at the lows, which is one sign on the S&P of it going lower. But the main thing here is that just because we've sold off doesn't mean we have to stay down here for a long time. As things pick up, we can move straight back into an uptrend very quickly. Who's to say it won't be now? Let's just also have a look at the NASDAQ, because I believe it's the NASDAQ that may be leading the markets. Let's have a look at the NASDAQ back in the big bear market sell-off. So that was the one that really got hit. We were uptrending on the NASDAQ. Oops, let me just scroll back. We were uptrending on the NASDAQ, and we changed from uptrend to downtrend. And then we changed from downtrend. That looks a little bit out of perspective because I'm zoomed in on it. But we changed from downtrend to uptrend. Quite simply, we came down, we made higher highs and higher lows, and we moved into a bit more of a bull market, started to make higher highs and higher lows. The NASDAQ then moved into this bear market we've been in, and it made lower highs and it made lower lows. What's happened now on the NASDAQ? Higher low here, followed by higher high. I put out a video about that weeks ago, that it was potentially about to do that. Now it has done it. It's really confirmed the change of direction. So question there is the NASDAQ leading the other indices? The other indices haven't quite changed the trend yet, but if we just have a look at an index like the Dow, it's got this divergence on the daily chart, this flat level I pointed out some time ago. Even though I got stopped out on my actual trade entry back in here a couple of weeks ago, the flat level, the key level, has now been broken. We're breaking up and we're looking very strong. Really the next level we have to test and break on the Dow is 9,000. But if we can really get up through there, particularly if we can show a higher low on this daily chart, we will be looking very good. That doesn't mean the market can't sell off, because I think it probably will. It will need to make a higher low, but it looks like a change of trend. The S&P, very similar. We need to see it. We've seen it breaking up through these flat levels now. We really need to see this getting up through about the 950 level, and if it can get through 1,000, it will be really confirming that this is not just a weak bear market rally, that the markets are in fact strong. I think if we see the markets move on like that, then we will see the economy follow it, i.e. we'll start to see much more positive reporting in the economy. After the fact, the markets have started to recover, people will start to have more confidence, they'll start to invest more, they'll start to buy more stocks, we'll go back into a better looking market. So while it's slightly too early to say that this is a definite change, as I said, I see that the potential for it to happen. I'm starting to look for ways to profit from that. Just also, I couldn't get a historic Dow chart going all the way back on my chart, so I went to Yahoo Finance just to get a chart of the Dow Jones. Now if we look at this, this is from 1935, which is here, all the way through to today. I wanted to have a look at how 1987 registered. This little blip here was 1987. This little tiny move down here. Now we remember 1987 as such a big down day. All traders still talk about 1987 and such a big bear market crash. Look at how long that took to recover. We went from bear market, quite a sudden one, back into bull market. Even back in around about 29, we had a sustained bear market, but we changed direction, higher low, higher high, up into what you could still consider perhaps a long-term bull market that we've been in since the 1930s. But even now, this blip, we've had a move down, we've had a sell-off. A sell-off is good. Does it mean that we can't be at the bottom yet? You will see the signs in the charts before you see the signs in the newspapers. That's for sure. And at the moment, I'm seeing some signs in the charts that we could be nearing the bottom. So there's my analysis on the markets. There's why I'm putting this call out here on the date is... What is the date today? The date is the 6th of May 2009. 6th of May 2009, that is my prediction. I think the markets will continue higher from here and lead the economy further as well. It is slightly early days yet. I'm looking for early entries into these markets. I really, though, to confirm my analysis, need to see the Dow breaking 9,000, and that's the YM, the Dow Future, and I want to see the ES breaking through 1,000. If we can see the Dow break 9,000, the ES or the S&P break 1,000, then I really think these markets will be going a lot higher, and I'll still be looking to get into them on the way up to those levels as they are tested.